fall asleep.
And we're doing episode 4 of Dark. In the last episode, Mikkel is in 1986. I remember where I was in 1986.
Where were you?
I was getting sober.
Nice.
The early 80s were very good for me, as you know.
Yeah, we knew each other.
That's when Jonathan and I hooked up for the first time.
For the first time.
In 1983. I have journals about it. And I was on Knots Landing.
That's good.
Yeah.
TV star.
I was a TV star.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, she's a big star.
Do you remember where you were in 1986? You were doing
stand-up.
You were doing stand-up. But in 1986, you were in Ferris Bueller.
I was.
Okay.
That was in 1986.
I was on Hotel. I played a girl who had woken up after a 16-year coma and goes to the hotel. And my B story was I kept going. I guess there's like a shop in the hotel where the old man runs the shop, and it has antique things, and he's an antique thing. And I wind up hooking up with him. Jonathan, you can't believe how old this guy was. I mean, I was like going, this is gross, but
Interesting.
The Crown. Fuck, that's right.
We're watching The Crown 30 years later. There's a decrepit old man
in a decrepit old castle that the Queen Mother wants to buy in Scotland. And the decrepit owner is that old hotel man.
Like, hey, honey, look, it's your boyfriend. Still going, though.
That's true. I felt good for that guy.
He's still up and jumping around.
He's on Netflix. Okay, so back to
4.
Dark, episode 4. And then now we're getting a close-up of the electric chair, or whatever this chair is, and the wallpaper room. And he's saying those who fall inside disappear forever.
And well, they got that.
There's a what is that?
Endless. I think it's called a triquetric, a triquetersy. It's like a endless loop, but it's 3-pointed.
Yeah, and it says Sigmundus, which we know is going to
Sigmundus creatus est.
This guy's asking a lot of questions. There's like a whole prologue where the guy's talking about black hole, hellmouth, and will everything be tied together and be part of an endless cycle.
Pine cone collection.
You know, I will say one thing about this character that makes the pine cone dolls. It's not a fun doll. It's not like a Barbie doll.
No, it's the kind of dolls that are popular with people who make do. We don't have enough money for a store-bought doll.
No, we make...
Honey, you can cuddle this pine cone.
What if everything that came from the past were influenced by the future? Well, that's backwards. In real life, everything that's in the future is influenced by the past. But
in this show, they ask the question.
They're just asking the question.
What if everything in the past was influenced by the future? Just
putting it out there.
Just putting it out.
If I went on a date and a guy said, what if everything in the past was influenced by the future, I'd get a pretend phone call that I have to leave the date, because that guy's going to kill you. Don't you think?
I think you would like that because it's your favorite subject.
Oh, that's true.
Time travel.
If it was a cute guy.
You say what a delightful.
Oh, are you going to bring up time travel on this date?
You'd like it.
You're right. I'd probably fuck that guy. Oh, and we also got a shot of old man
There's
Helga.
Old man PJs.
He's always in his PJs. I mean, if I went to a mental institution, I would, or a rest home, I think I'm hoping my family would say, you know what, maybe put her in some regular clothes every once in a while so she feels normal. You know what, I'm going to make a vow to you right now, Jonathan.
Okay.
If I ever have to put you in a rest home or a mental institution,
yes,
I will insist that they put you in regular clothes.
Oh, good.
I think that's nice, right?
And the same. Although if you're in a rest home, I don't know where I would be coming from.
You think you just go on your way?
No, it's like if you're, we gotta put her in a rest home. Well, this old guy, what's he doing?
You could be living your best life. I doubt that.
I doubt it. I'd be so sad.
You'd
But I
be so
would
sad.
insist that you got some nice, but you wear PJs anyways. all
That's
day
true.
long,
I
so.
think for me,
You're
but
like Hugh Hefner.
yeah, but don't you say change them up?
Absolutely.
Could
Yeah,
you
Helga
please?
wears the same beige PJs. Of course, I guess he walks around in the rain, so they don't need to be washed.
It doesn't seem like good therapeutically to just
No,
leave
it's
people
just
in their pajamas all
All
the
day and
time.
then night and then day.
No, I think you would lose the will to lose hope. Just go, I guess this is it. I guess I don't have to do anything anymore. I don't have to say anything that makes sense. I don't have to wipe myself. I'm done. And now we got a close up of vagina cave. Man in vagina cave in a hoodie raincoat.
Looking out, oh, he's coming out of the cave thinking, what should I do today?
Let me look at my day planner and see who I need to fuck with today.
Do not take a shower,
This,
check.
this is called double lives, doppelden. Ooh, so that's a nice painting. Somebody's got a good painting of their gray house.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Okay.
oh, this is the
Redhead.
redhead. You haven't said it out loud, but I know you think she's hot.
I do. I didn't say it out loud.
Of course, because you're so sweet.
Yeah.
I knew it. You don't have to say it. Okay. So redhead is mad, screaming, which we're going to find out is pointless in this case because at her sister. Because I don't think I'm blowing anything by saying she's deaf.
Her
So
sister's deaf.
so screaming, where's my lipstick is not
She's
going to.
impervious.
You're not going to get an answer.
They're both the children of
Charlotte Doppler
and weird shrink. Weird weeping,
Weird-
crying shrink.
weird shrink.
Who needs a shrink?
Who needs a shrink? And these two, I would say, do not have a good marriage. You can tell that just by this shot.
Well, they come out of different
Doors. And look at each other.
Like, ooh.
He's going to stop by the home and see Dad after work, and she's taking Elizabeth to school. Doesn't want her to go by herself. Makes sense. All right. These people.
Well, I guess that's about it. They're not. Oh, God.
I hate him. I hate him so much. I've aged 10 years in this hallway. I mean, the hallmark of a bad marriage is when your conversations are only about logistics. You know, what do you want for dinner? And I mean, right?
And when you come out of different bedrooms.
Where's my red lipstick? She wants to know. A little girl, sign language. I'm only 8. I don't use lipstick. Redhead is saying, oh, everyone thinks you're nice because you're deaf, but I know you're a little bitch. And you know what? I think the redhead's right. The little deaf girl does have a bad seed vibe. She's very good at smiling like she's about to be up to something.
Like there's something lurking.
Yeah, there's like, you know, if she turned around and said, all this time, I could hear.
I have all your information. I would like to learn sign language.
Yeah, me too. Well, because of you could have a great job as one of the sign language interpreters for a political person.
Exactly.
Who they really act. Well, we could both do it.
We could do it.
Yeah, we'd kill at it. I'd be better than any of these people. You know, I'd also put on some makeup.
Sure.
I'd pick out a good outfit.
Yeah,
come
not
on.
just black.
No,
black
I
shirt.
want to look cute if I'm going to be like giving
You
out
can't-
important
You
information.
can't upstage though. You can't upstage like Joe Biden.
Well, then I couldn't do it because I would upstage. So beautiful. Charlotte wants to take deaf girl to school because
You gotta go
little
to
girl
school.
kids are disappearing, and also now the deaf girl's saying, I don't even like Mickle, he's a show off. And you know what, He is. And so is
She's right.
she's right. Troublemaker Hannah smoking a cigarette.
Dead giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, she's trying to pretend like everything's cool to her son Jonas. She's saying you don't have to go to school if you don't want to. And Jonas goes, look at you. I don't want to hang out with you. There's like, besides the cigarette, there's like shit all over the table. Is
And
that
she's
candy?
got that, her knees are up inside her sweater.
My daughter Izzy calls that like she's got a very anthropology girlfriend look. Okay, so Shrink is with his dad at the rest home.
Staring at him, he's flipping out.
He's flipping out.
Ich muss es ihm sagen.
And he's saying you can't keep like walking out. And the old man's like, I have to tell him. It's one of those leading up to other shit episodes. You know, like a crying Shrink doesn't say anything. Helga, I have to tell him. Crying Shrink doesn't go, who the fuck are you talking about? Who do you have to tell what? I know everybody you know. You don't got to tell anybody anything. What do you have to tell? What, you know, what you had stewed prunes for breakfast at the old man home? What do you got to tell? There's something fun on TV tonight in the community room. I made a friendship bracelet in crafts. I have to tell. You don't have to tell.
You don't have to tell.
Why don't you just tell me first and I'll tell everybody?
I'll tell if, yeah,
And
I'll
you
tell
just-
you if you have to tell.
Yeah, you stay put.
Junge auf mysteriöse Weise verschwunden.
More news?
More news. Charlotta is getting out of the
Dead
car.
birds, no mention of that.
Yeah, how come that would be on the
100
news?
million dead birds
Auf
fallen.
den Grund zu gehen. Uns bitten, wo der
Oh, she's doing something she's not
Banging on the
supposed to.
box.
No, she's taking out the wildlife observation
Yes,
camera.
good idea.
Achtung.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
she's taking out
put
the
a little
card,
SIM card.
the SIM card. Oh, good, good. I don't think she's supposed to do that.
She did it anyway. She's the police.
This thing where Charlotta gets the SIM card from the wildlife camera. Well, honestly, it's the first time she's, you know, being a good detective.
She's the police. I mean, Jerry Orbach would have done that in episode 1.
Episode 1. I've got some wildlife here on 42nd Street.
Looks like a bird flew the coop.
That's good. The only wildlife we have in New York City are rats. We got a rat observation camera. See what those rats are up to. Her daughters, did you steal
Ich habe
something?
etwas beschlagnahmt, das ist ein gewaltiger Unterschied.
In every show, in every movie, no matter what a woman does, any human being can tell them they're stupid, even a child. Even a child can question a woman
Who's doing her job?
who's smarter than you, who's your mother.
Who's your mother and the
And the chief of police. Like, you don't need to fucking question me.
And this is the first time we've seen the deaf girl.
Yes, it is.
New character.
New character alert. I don't remember her name. I think it's Erica.
This is approaching the
Vagina cave.
Got a
Vagina-
map,
Got the maps.
yellow slicker.
Someone's
Uh-oh.
watching him. I think that's Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
it is for sure
Dirty
Jesus.
face Jesus.
Also, looks at his watch.
Ich hol dich nachher ab. Ich
Ooh,
möchte, dass du
yeah,
auf mich
Charlotte's
wartest,
telling
okay?
her deaf daughter, I'll pick you up afterwards. But the deaf daughter takes a look at some hottie she likes. She's like 8,
Cute
11.
boys.
She's got a cute, she says, Yasin is her boyfriend.
Yeah.
I used to pretend to be deaf when I was a child.
I thought you only pretended to have a limp.
I also did that too. But pretending to be deaf was one of my street kid tactics in New York growing up. If a man talked to me, I'd pretend to be deaf. But one time, I was pretending to be deaf as I was walking down the street with a guitar. And the man just kept following me. And finally I went, I'm deaf. And the man said, You're carrying a guitar.
Oh.
And I was 10, by the way. Who's talking to a 10-year-old with a
That was
guitar?
pretty savvy of him. What did he want? Did have
You
any-
know, smile, new girlfriend. I mean, you know, listen, people did that back then.
Yeah.
I guess they do it on this show. Probably men talk to people in this fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's old
Spicoli's
Spicoli coming
late to
in late.
school. With
Magnus,
a,
das ist nicht deine Klasse.
he's not even the right class.
This isn't your class.
Spicoli walks in just so he can sit behind the redheaded chick.
Because he got the hot.
Oh,
start.
he is in love with her like no one's ever been in love with anyone in
Und
their
weiß dann in
like, you know, listen, what you need right now is German Spicoli to order a pizza and Taylor Negron to deliver it.
That would be
Our
very
friend.
funny.
Yes, and if the teacher was called Mr. Hand, even better.
Ray Walston. Redhead is just leaving. This is like, it's not a class. It's like,
Anybody comes and goes.
it's like a waiting room. Could
Yeah.
you like walk in and out of your class? when you're in
No,
high school?
Redhead fucking leaves
She's
school.
Spicoli's
Spicoli's like,
yeah.
I'm going where you're going.
Dead bird.
Dead bird, the coroner's looking at the dead bird, that's Charlotte. Eesh, she's cutting it.
Cutting it open.
The coroner's like, first, she says, what's up with the boy? Charlotte, Mickle, I don't know. What's up with the dead boy? Eyes burned out. Charlotte, I don't know.
Don't know nothing.
She's
Maybe the bird
following in the
knows.
fine tradition of Tiedemann.
Stupid cop.
There's like a tray of dead birds. Jesus. Everything okay with you? No. The case is going very bad and I'm plagued by dead birds. So she says, oh, this dead bird shit happened 33 years ago, as if this has all happened before. The children, the
The
birds,
birds.
the kinder. Somehow it's all connected. I just don't know how. Yeah, because you're not a good detective. I mean, this is very sexist to say, but you know, the coroner maybe would go to Charlotta. You know what makes me feel good sometimes? Mascara. You know what makes me feel good sometimes? A new haircut. You seem glum. Have you tried Lancome moisturizer? Jonas is in the
He's
cave.
in that cave with the map and a flashlight.
Good, smart, bringing a flashlight. It's very dark in the cave.
It's,
Do you think you'd go in that cave?
nope,
Even with a map and a flashlight?
nope,
I'd hire somebody to go in the cave.
nope,
What, would you hire someone?
nope.
I would.
Best left alone. Yes, that's my favorite guy.
Okay, so
Is this the first time we see him?
no, but his bandage is different. There's a character on the show whose right eye is fucked up. No one ever says, how's the eye? And no one ever says how this happened.
I think it's intentional to get us to go, what the fuck is with the eye? Somebody talk about the eye
Yeah, I think it's comedic
in a
in a
weird way.
German. So Charlotte finally has figured out the boy, the young dead boy they have, with his eyes burned out, who was wearing 80s clothes and had a Walkman with 80s music in it
33 years.
from 33 years ago, but no one has really put that together. Charlotte is realizing that serial killers, they might not have dressed him up. So let's see, were there missing people, missing children before?
Wir finden keine. Auch im näheren Umkreis der Fundstelle ist nirgendwo rote Erde.
I mean, they investigated where they found the boy. There's no red soil
No.
there. So it probably came from where they killed the boy.
Then they brought him.
And when they brought him, now we have to find out where this red soil comes from. Oh boy, okay, Blanche Starka and Ulrich are both in their missing son's bedroom. And she's like, Katerina is saying to Ulrich, Charlotta did not get a search warrant for the nuclear power plant, and it's been nearly 30 hours, Ulrich.
You're a cop. I want my kid back.
The missing son's bedroom it's like it's painted black. I mean, it's very gray. I wonder, is this a design trend in Germany?
Think of what the name of the show is.
Yes, I know the name of the show is dark, but this is a child's room.
Yeah.
You know what is the
And
most?
he is a magician child.
That's true. He loves the dark
He
arts.
loves the dark arts.
But you know what room, ironically, is not dark?
What?
Wallpaper room.
Oh, that is the opposite of dark.
That is a brightly lit room. Okay, Charlotte.
Oh, she's gonna put in that.
She's putting in the SIM card from the wildlife thing and time of disappearance. She's looking at the. Okay, so what Charlotta did was there's like a camera on the highway that tracks wildlife.
And it takes pictures.
She
took it.
She took it, she put it in her computer. She wants to find out if there's any pictures from the wildlife camera that corresponds to the time that Mikkel disappeared. That's smart. I'd get a Law and Order chung there. I don't understand why she's not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
What, I mean, they don't ever explain the jurisdiction of wildlife camera. Like, this is like owned by, who the fuck isn't? If I was writing this show, I'd give Charlotta a funny friend and to go, hey, you're not supposed to look in the wildlife camera because, people watching. I mean, I don't know. I think, but she doesn't have anyone to communicate to. So there's a lot of her it's a lot of work for this actress. Do you know what we did on Rude Awakening?
What?
Well, okay, I had this other show, Rude Awakening, and it was a very low budget show. We made the main character, who was played by Sherilyn Fenn, start secretly drinking. But then we realized, oh, she doesn't have anybody to talk to because she's keeping a secret, and we can't afford to hire anybody for her to talk to. And so we debated whether she would talk to the sort of weird bust of Kennedy that the set dressing had put in her apartment. Takes a while. A car.
A car drives by. Who's in the car?
Who's in the car?
There's a figure.
The guy with one eye comes in as Charlotta's doing something she's not supposed to be doing, looking at this film and printing up a thing in secret. So, of course, one eye comes in to ask a question at the exact wrong time. She looks pissed off at him. She said, he's like, oh, should I investigate the tire tracks? And she looks at him like, I'll do that myself. Fucking right. So he's going to take this personally. I mean, she can't talk to one eye because she shits on him all the time. So it's like, he's not going to be her best friend, because every time he speaks to her, she looks at him like, what the fuck do you want? You piece of shit.
How did you get hired?
Yeah, if it wasn't for us getting sued, I'd fire you, because who needs a one-eyed policeman? No
That sounds
peripheral.
like a show.
The One-Eyed Policeman? Yeah, well, coming to Fox.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, she sees the license plate. I think I know who it is.
No, it's her shrink husband.
Yep.
And there's fucking red soil in his car mat.
A lot of it.
He's cleaning that up. Oh, I'll just leave it on the ground.
Let me see.
Now
if I
it's
can
all
get it
over
on
his
my
hand.
hands.
Oh, now he's crying.
Oh, it's on my
it's so
hands
hard
now.
to do bad things.
This guy is not a forensic genius. He's like,
why did I touch everything too?
ooh, there, that does it.
Is there any other cameras I can be caught on doing bad
My
things in the
wife-
middle of the night?
Yeah, so him with red soil and
Plus
his
his-
attitude, and his pal
Bloody sweater man.
and likes to buy twine. So You know, I'm seeing a picture. And I'm not even in law enforcement.
We could solve this crime.
Yeah,
We go, you.
it's these two.
Boom, boom.
Okay. Now his wife is calling.
Oh, great, that's all I need.
Charlotte,
Charlotte,
Oh, hi, I'm normal
alles
now.
okay?
is everything
An dem
okay?
Abend, als Mikkel
Okay, so Charlotte is saying, hey, remember the night Mikkel disappeared and you called me and I didn't pick up? What the fuck was that
What's
about?
going on?
I'm sitting here right now in the police station and I see your fucking license
License plate,
plate
you're in the
on the
woods.
wildlife camera.
Just when Mikkel disappeared.
He doesn't know why he
Aber ich
called.
wollte einfach nur Bescheid geben.
I think I was just calling to say I'd be home late.
Nichts Besonderes.
Nothing special.
Am Montag warst du die ganze Zeit in der Praxis.
There's a lot of women asking their husbands what is up.
What
There's
the-
Twine guy with
Yes.
Midnight Gardening. There's Ulrich who had the long,
Starka.
long line at the
Oh,
bakery.
yeah.
And now there's this guy who says he was working late. Charlotte's daughter walking through the woods, doing something mysterious, and Magnus Spicoli
Following her.
Now she takes a box that she's buried in the woods, a metal box, opens the box. What's that?
What's in it?
Oh, it's money. They go to a lot of work to be alone in the woods on this fucking show. I mean, I don't like to, walk near a hedge because somebody could kill you. Don't these people have street smarts or wood smarts? Oh, okay. So now we get to this thing.
Somebody else.
Charlotte saw her husband's license plate. Okay. And she doesn't go, oh, I bet he's involved in Mikkel's disappearance. That's not her first assumption. Where she goes to ask a question is a trailer with the words love and welcome in the windows. Charlotte Doppler knows her
Ich möchte
husband
wissen, ob Peter
is
Doppler einer ihrer Kunden war.
seeing this
Yes.
trans woman sex worker who lives in a trailer and I don't know what the laws about sex work are in Germany, but
Maybe different.
it's not like it's a disguise. It's not like she's hiding.
No, it's not. She's undercover.
I don't know whether, well, there's no way you would know this, but Jonathan very much wants to get an RV.
I do.
And so we watch a lot of YouTube videos where people are in RVs. Now, this is a trailer, which is, I have come to learn, is not an RV.
Very different.
Different. But what say you about the aesthetics of this trailer? Is this an upscale trailer or
No.
a down? Okay, this is a downscale trailer.
No, it's like a kind of a ratty trailer. I mean, kind of ingenious. If you're a sex worker, you just have your trailer
Yeah.
with a big bed in it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems ingenious, but also it can't smell good in there,
No.
which is not conducive to sex work. I think you want like a toilet that flushes and it all goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
You don't want a toilet where it just sort of lives in a chemical.
Yeah.
You want nice smells.
Ist das eine private Frage oder eine berufliche?
So Charlotte wants to know, was her husband here? And the
Oh. Professional.
sex worker says, was it
Yeah.
private or professional? Was he here on Monday? Now she's showing a picture of the
Ich habe ein
family.
astreines Gedächtnisverstand.
So Charlotte, teary-eyed, wants to know, was my husband here on Monday? She shows the sex worker a picture of the family. And the sex worker says, that's not necessary. I never forget a dick, which I don't believe that.
Is she being braggy? Like, I never forget a dick? Because I think you would forget a dick.
Oh my God, how would you be able to
I
identify
mean, aren't
a
they
dick?
kind of, they're like a lot alike. Like, oh, yeah, February 9th, 3 years ago. Yes, I remember.
Peter, ist das leicht krumm wie eine eingelegte Gurke.
Oh, but then she describes,
And she remembers his name.
she mean, she remembered his name. I don't remember
It's
his
slightly
name.
crooked, like a dill.
I mean, the sex worker describes Charlotte's husband's dick.
And like, oh, thanks for that.
That's not nice.
No.
I mean, I would be nice about this. I don't know why the sex worker's so angry at Charlotte. When they describe the dick as curved like a pickle, I will say right now on your American TV, if you watch MSNBC, which I do, there's a disease. It can be curved in a delightful fashion, and then you got a real fucking problem.
Yeah, what's it called?
Peyronie's disease.
Peyronie's disease.
Peyronie's disease. When your dick's no longer a pickle, it's a sickle.
Did you just make that
Yes.
up? That's very funny.
Thank you.
And it's like different guys with like
Yeah, and it's like
weird
you can't
vegetables
even
and-
pee, and like if you.
That would be awful.
Yeah, I
You
think
don't
it's
want that.
bad, and it's also like if you're a girl, it's like, hey, where are you going? Oh, that's my kidney. But now the sex worker is feeling some sympathy for
Nein, aber schon
Charlotte
seit über einem Jahr nicht mehr.
and says that Peter hasn't been back in
Wenn, dann
over a
holt er sich
year.
das, was er jetzt braucht, woanders.
So, in other words, your husband hasn't been back in over a year. He's had plenty of free time to murder children in the night. I hope I've helped you.
Good day.
And good day to you,
Good,
madam.
madame. So we saw there was a
Ulrich.
shot of Ulrich outside the nuclear power
He's
plant.
armed for bear.
Yeah.
He's ready to get something done.
Now, Redhead's coming back to school. They want you to
Spicoli.
know where this, Spicoli's on the hunt.
Oh,
The girls'
Mr.
locker
Sharp.
room.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's taking off her pants. Oh, no, she's
No,
taking her
darn.
money in there. All right.
Hidden the money in her bag.
Oh, Jonas finds
Red.
a red cord. Now Magnus is watching Redhead Girl. Let me tell you something. They spent a lot of money on PE in Germany because they're doing ribbon gymnastics like you see in the fucking Olympics.
She's doing her ribbon on a string.
In a pretty blue
They're all in
leotard.
matching outfits.
And she's not even, you could fake that.
Yeah,
That's
it is a
not-
sport you can fake.
Okay, so Charlotta has come by
Uh-oh.
a cabin in the
Uh-oh.
woods
Guess
that
what?
is covered in red soil.
Red soil all over the place.
Oh, so the coroner calls Charlotta and says that the birds all have the same problem, burst eardrums on both sides. So what happened was the birds got burst eardrums and lost their ability to know where they are and crashed to the ground.
Kids with the burned out eyes had burst eardrums.
Oh, that's who had it.
Okay.
Voltages in the radio wave, electrical, the white spots in the feathers are a mutation
Chernobyl.
that happened after Chernobyl.
Radiation.
But their radiation levels are normal.
What a coincidence. We have a giant nuclear plant right here.
Oh, I wonder where the radiation came from. A little boy and girl who are boyfriend, girlfriend. Uh-oh.
They're all
So,
yes,
yeah.
they're both deaf.
They're both deaf. And this is after school, little Erica, deaf girl, maybe Erica, with a fox hoodie hat. She was talking to her boyfriend, and it's after school, and guess who's not there to pick her up? Her mother, because she's a detective with a lead. And so, yes, her boyfriend's mom is saying, you need a ride? And deaf girl is saying, no, my mom is coming. My mom is coming. Oy vey. Doppler. Okay, so this cabin in the woods where all the red soil is has the word is Helga Doppler's cabin. Helga is
old man.
Pajama Man, old pajama
Oh,
man.
it's his, oh, okay, so her
In-law.
father-in-law's cabin.
Yes. Peter Doppler has some things going for him. Okay, he's
What?
tall,
Oh, okay.
right? That he's got a good job. He's a shrink.
Yes.
So the next thing you go, but does he have property? So a woman would go, tell me about any property you have in your name, because, I'll probably outlive you and I could sell the cabin or convert it into
Yeah.
a lovely, an Airbnb
Yeah.
and maybe make some extra income from your cabin. Some people would love that. Let's say you live in Berlin, you want to get away from the city. Oh, you know what? I'll rent a cabin in the woods.
You do not want to stay at the hotel that lady runs, because it's like the Shining hotel.
Her level of anxiety is so high, it will ruin your vacation. Charlotte walks in, she doesn't turn on the lights, and it's
Staring,
100% dark. I mean, I don't.
soaking in the creepy ambience of a dark, isolated cabin in the woods. Oh, it was easy access to the bunker.
Oh, there's a bunker.
'Cause,
There's
you
a
know,
fucking bunker right next to the cabin.
Yep.
Is the mysterious bunker. First of all, how long has she been married to Peter Doppler? No knowledge of this cabin or this bunker. I find this hard to believe.
Me too.
Okay. Oh, it's unlocked. Unlocked
It's an open
bunker.
bunker.
I'm just going in the bunker.
But is
now.
this from World War II? Why are there bunkers?
They don't explain
Wow.
I mean-
you think it's dark other places.
that. It's very dark
It's
in the
dark
bunker.
in this bunker. She out there lights.
Okay, she turns on the lights.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
lovely.
very bad. Bunker.
Oh man.
I mean, this is
You can
silence,
smell with this bunker, brick, block,
leaves on the
dead
floor.
leaves.
Bad things happen
Oh,
here.
God, she gets good reception.
Was soll der Scheiß?
Okay, so in
I
the
bet
locker,
Spicoli.
Spicoli's
Huh?
in the locker room.
Was ist das?
He looked in her purse
and saw her package of money.
and he takes it out and says, "What's this?" And she says,
my
"Money, you idiot, my
My
money."
money.
He says, "Why do you have so much money? Are you dealing drugs?
Hast du deshalb oben bei den...
Is that why you are as a kids? How I earn my money is none of your damn
Was willst
business."
du damit machen? Hast
She's
deine
saying
Aufgabe
she wants to
an,
leave
anstatt über
Wyndon.
das
Everyone's a liar. My mom and dad sleep in separate beds ever since my mom found out that dad is actually into dicks, pushing him. Oh, she's so
She
upset.
doesn't like it. Hypocrisy.
Spicoli
Very bad.
is,
Oh,
I know what'll fix
I know.
this.
Something that'll work.
I'm gonna kiss you in the locker room. And
Hey,
she's like, you
I'm
know
not
what?
into dicks, I'm into you.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
There's a
Okay,
shrink.
we're back with the
A
shrink.
lot of books.
A lot of books, a lot of paper. The wife is saying, you gotta pick up the daughter, and he's saying, I have a patient, and she's saying, just pick her
Pick her
up.
up. I'm on a case. You worthless.
Now she's saying, you made a promise a year ago, which I guess was
No more dick.
no more dick. So,
No
but
more.
is there anything you want to tell me? He does not say no. He says, I have got to leave. Guess what? The deaf girl does have her sister's red lipstick.
And she's gonna put it on.
Oh, you know what's good now? I'm gonna go home.
I'm just gonna
I'm
walk.
just gonna walk around.
Then maybe into the woods.
Yeah, Pajama Man is coming out into the pouring rain.
Again, it's raining.
Again.
In his PJs again.
Again, we're gonna see his stick through the PJs. This guy, that's the shrink, Peter Doppler, to pick up her daughter. She's already been picked up.
Boss?
What? School finished at 2. Oh, Elizabeth, not Erica.
You're the worst dad in the world.
Oh, now we're finding out that he went to go pick Elizabeth up and
Not
she
at
wasn't
school.
at school. Mrs. Clemens is sick. Charlotte says, go home, call everyone in her class. Maybe somebody else took her. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I would blow my brains out. Now Charlotta's like, I'm running in the woods. She finds her daughter's hat.
That's her fox hat.
Her
It's on the
fox hat
ground.
is on the ground. Charlotta and her husband, Peter. Charlotta's like, I found the fox hat. How did we let this happen? There's missing children on the fucking show. Police are in the woods.
They're
One
looking.
eye man
He's
is.
on-
He's got a flashlight. Oh, now we have musical montage.
Jonas has got his map. He's thinking.
He's thinking, I bet if I was Jonas, I'd be thinking, why didn't I go farther into the cave? Helga,
Yeah, I bet he does.
I have to tell him. He has to stop. They're very, now we're back with Peter and Charlotte. Little
Oh.
deaf girl comes home.
Where the fuck have you been?
Charlotte's, where were you? You didn't pick me up, so I walked.
Und dafür hast du
And that took
so
you this
lange
long?
gebraucht?
I met someone. Ooh. And she pulls out an old-timey
Expensive looking gold pocket watch.
pocket watch. She met someone in the
Wer hat
woods.
dir das
He
geschenkt?
gave her this, and Charlotte wants to know who gave this
Oh,
to you.
Noah.
And she says, Noah. Who is Noah? He said the pocket watch used to belong to you, Mommy. Oh, how creepy is that? The redhead hugs her little sister, and then now she notices the red lipstick. And she smacks her in the face, hands off my stuff. And the parents don't go, please
Yeah.
don't hit your sister. The pocket watch says, for Charlotte. So it was her pocket watch.
It was her pocket watch.
Wir sind auf der Suche nach dem Ariadne-Pfad,
Huh?
der uns den richtigen
All right, so-
Weg weisen soll.
All right, so now somebody's talking. I know who it is.
Oldest
An old
man.
man is talking, saying we're searching for Ariadne's thread.
What the fuck?
Okay, so Jesus Man is in a sleeping Jonas's bedroom. He pulls out the map, right? Now he's writing on the map. Helga's back in rest home. Somebody's taking his pulse. If he grabs that nurse's tit,
It would be a
it'd be the
relief.
first normal thing
Er
he's
muss
done.
aufhören.
He has to stop.
Oh,
You're like
now
a broken
he's-
record.
Stop
The
moving.
nurse.
Yeah.
Noah.
Noah!
Noah has to stop. Noah.
Another child is in the
th-
fucking
This
woods.
little deaf boy is now in the woods.
Oh, he finds a little
Acorn.
person. A man comes up to him, says,
Noah
you,
schickt.
a
Now,
man comes
this
up to
is
him,
A man.
you
with-
must be Yasin. Noah sent me. That's it.